The world's best bowlers, their country's national champions, have been reduced now to the top two, the finalists. Today we'll find out who is the outstanding female bowler as the World Singles Champion of Champion is decided. The Fendalton Bowling Club has played host all week to some players, the top players from nearly 30 countries, and they've produced some brilliant bowls here in sunshine in Christchurch today. This morning we've had the semi-finals of the Women's World Champion of Champions, and there's been some great bowls. I can't tell you how exciting it's been. We thought that these games might have been one-sided when we saw the opening games. Let's have a look at who played first up. It was Sharon Sims against Celia Smith of Scotland, and then Yani Azmi, the 19-year-old from Malaysia, against Amy Monkhouse from England. Really top quality players, some of them world champion gold medalists and others Commonwealth Games gold medalists. The best in the business were here this morning for these semi-finals. Well, they started in flying fashion, each of these games, but then we saw remarkable fight backs. Here's some of the highlights.
As Sharon Sims delivers, has one, looking to make it two. That doesn't matter, it's only who wins the end. One end each, and the deciding end in play now. Can't do much better than that. The good bowl. The pressure's one way now.
Yes, it's going to be interesting to see what Celia looks at play. Still room for her to draw it, and we haven't yet seen her play an attacking shot in the game at all.
See clearly there, 3 shots. That doesn't matter. It's only one needed. One shot. The closest to the jack decides this end. Pressure really, on this lady, Celia Smith.
She's got to draw it, doesn't she, Stu? I mean, she can run at it. She has. As she runs, she's got to get the jack. Then she's got to hope that it goes into the right spot for her. I think she's got to try and draw the shot.
Last bowl, Celia Smith on the tiebreaker end. Got a breeze now too. So there's pressure on both these players, isn't there? Pensive Sharon Sims. Celia Smith with the bowl. So here we go, last bowl, Celia Smith on the draw, backhand side. It's across her body. There it goes. It's on its way from Celia Smith. She's 3 down, just needs to get one closer than those other 3 shots. It's on its way now. It's got a lot of grass. Starts to break towards the head. I think it's too wide. Just always looks wide to me. It will be Sharon Sims of New Zealand through to the final of the World Singles Champion of Champions in 2005 here at Fendalton. Great comeback from Sharon Sims after dropping that second set. Dropped the first tiebreaker end, and then Sims wins 2 straight
well done.
to win in 2005.
Congratulations on a great game. And
the second set, Celia put great pressure on. She played magnificently. I just lost my rhythm, and so through the second part of that set I was just saying, just recover your rhythm, and if you can get back in the set, that's fine, but just get your rhythm back for the tiebreaker.
And she's got the last bowl, so this is her second to last bowl. Then there's the last bowl from Yani Azmi to change the situation, otherwise it's a loss in the semi-final.
Azmi wandering back from the head, going back to the mat to play her last bowl, her last opportunity to take out this match. She has a metre around the jack to draw the shot. Remembering, of course, that Monkhouse has one more bowl to play as well. But Asmi has to draw the shot, this bowl, to stay in the game.
So here she is, Yanni Asmi, the final bowl to stay in the game and then wait for the bowl from Amy Monkhouse. It's on its way, and she's on her way too. She quite likes the look of it, starts to track towards the jack. I wonder if the weight's here. Yes, it is. Is it the shot? Yes, it is. That's a superb pressure ball by the 19-year-old Malaysian, Yanni Asmi. She's still alive.
What an outstanding bowl. It's been nip and tuck throughout this end, but what a great bowl there from Yanni.
So the final bowl in the final tiebreaker end in this, the semi-final. Here's the England player, Amy Monkhouse, final bowl. Delivering on the forehand. It's on its way. She's playing with weight, raiding towards the jack or the bowl. Does it get the jack? Yes, it... Oh, it just missed. It was so close. And it is the 19-year-old Yanni Asmi from Malaysia that wins 3-11, 7-6, 2-1. And she now plays Sharon Sims of New Zealand in the final.
Some nail-biting moments, but Yanni Asmi of Malaysia and Sharon Sims of New Zealand have prevailed, and they are through to the final. And those finalists have got through after dramatic semi-final matches where they've really had to struggle. So our commentators, Stu and Terry Scott. Terry, first of all, what's your pick after those dramatic semi-finals?
Oh, excellent semi-finals. All four competitors had a chance of coming through to the final. At the end of the day, both of them went down to a tiebreaker, John. Final, youth against experience.
They've both shown, though, these winners, that they can fight back, that they're tough mentally, aren't they?
Oh, certainly so. One set lost and then come back to that tiebreaker. So it's good, mate. It could be anything.
Okay, Stu, you've seen Sharon Sims in action a lot. She's up against the 19-year-old Malaysian champion. How do you think it'll go?
2 gold medals, Manchester and also World Bowls. She's outstanding. A good player. I think New Zealand will get up, but it could be high drama here.
They've met already in the round robin.
Have done so, and Sharon Sims has been outstanding. She's got the form, she's got the crowd behind her.
Yeah.
Sims up.
And you're hopeful. Oh, good. Okay, so commentators picking Sharon Sims here of New Zealand to hopefully win the 2005 World Singles Champion of Champions title, and that's coming up for you very soon. I'm like to say that.
So 3:15 to you doing an intro. Are you going to do that from here?
Yeah, I'm just
And it's going over the PA still?
Oh, that one. That's the intro. Oh, that's one, yeah.
Okay, standing by for the start of the final of the Champion Singles in 2005.
And thank you very much, Stu. It's going to be an excellent day and an excellent afternoon.
Prepared to put this game on live on TV1, so as you know there'll be just a slight pause, so I hope you're all comfortable. Yep. Oh, well, it's just as well. Huh? One.
Is it up there now, mate?
1 minute back.
Oh, not really. Yeah, yeah. But it should be on. Oh, there we are. Oh, good. Oh, we've got some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being patient. This game is going live on TV1, and we know that you'll be very, very appreciative as an audience of the fine play here. I'll just be introducing the players briefly, and then we'll be into action. So I apologise to the players for the hold-up as well, but good luck. Welcome back to the Fendalton Bowling Club in Christchurch, where we've got fantastic weather conditions for this final of the World Bowl Singles Champion of Champions. And I'd like to introduce you to the players now. And first of all, from Malaysia, the Malaysian champion, who had a very tough semi-final. Please welcome Yani Azmi. And the other finalist is from New Zealand, the New Zealand champion and Commonwealth Games and World Bowls gold medalist. Please welcome Sharon Sims.
So this is going to be a dramatic final in the World Singles Champion and Champions. Sharon Sims of New Zealand up against Yani Azmi of Malaysia. With Sharon Sims, she'll be using the blue bowl. For Yani Azmi from Malaysia, she'll be using the pink bowl. With me in the commentary position is Terry Scott, bowls analyst, former New Zealand champion, former New Zealand international. Terry, conditions around about 18 seconds, but that breezes up a little bit.
Breeze just starting to rise a little bit, Stu. I don't think it'll have too much effect on the bowls at green level at this particular stage, but what a beautiful afternoon and a beautiful setting we've got here at the Fendalton Bowling Club.
So Sharon Sims will deliver the first bowl. Sets play, we'll describe that to you shortly. So 2 sets and then tiebreaker ends will come into play if the sets are equal or even, or if one of the players has won a set each. So Sharon Sims bowl, blue bowl down that backhand side, the left-hand side, and you'll see it coming into your picture now on that right hand. Good start, important in the sets play. You need to get away to a flyer, and she's done just that. That's an excellent start.
Oh, what a great start from Sharon Simpson. That'll be certainly something that will give her the confidence to proceed throughout the game.
So now into play is the Malaysian, just 19 years of age, been playing the game just for 4 years, and pink bowl. She's also going down the same side as Sharon Sims. Tidy, but not quite as effective as Sharon Sims. 9 ends played by the first set, second set, and then the tiebreaker is 3 ends. Draws do count in the sets play.
Yes, 2 sets of 9 ends, and if there is a draw in a set, it finishes at a draw. If there is a tie after the 2 sets, 1 set all, players then proceed into a 3-set tie break, which we'll inform you about if we need to at a later stage.
Sharon Sims' interest here. She's, I think she's blocked a little bit on that left-hand side, the backhand. So she's gone down the forehand. They've had trial ends, so she'll have a good understanding of just how each hand is playing. And her first bowl just couldn't have been better. You see it there behind the jack. Her second bowl on its way now, targeting towards the jack 2. Sensational start from the New Zealander.
That's certainly an excellent start from Sharon. 1 bowl on each side of the green, 2 shots. What more could she ask for?
Very good head. Quick player too, Yani Azmi. She gets into it work very quickly. And Sims had delivered hers, and she was quickly onto the mat. And her pink bowl on its way. Colourful scene here at Fendalton. The colour of the bowls, colour of the uniforms being worn by the players, and also a colourful scene with the spectators.
It certainly is, and what a marvellous achievement for Yanni. Coming out of Malaysia, where bowls has developed to a huge extent over the past 4 years, and to be a fourth-year bowler, to come here and play in the final of the World Champion singles, what a great achievement for her. 19 years of age, it'll be something that she will remember for a long time.
So 4 bowls played by each player, and in the sets play, the more shots you get closer to the jack, the more shots you'll score. Of course, that doesn't relate to the tiebreaker ends. It's only you win the end with just necessarily 1 bowl closest to the jack. So for viewers at home who are watching bowls, perhaps for the first time, the more bowls you get closer to that yellow jack, the canary, I could call it, the more points you get on that end.
A little bit unfortunate there for Yanni, taking out her own bowl. Hasn't done too much damage, and probably what it could have done is given her an opening just to see the jack a little bit better, continue to play with that same sort of weight and line, and she will be on target. Sharon Sims on the mat, changing back to the backhand. Gone down both sides of the green so far on this end. Looking to get another bowl close. And she does so.
That is Syed Mohammed, who's the Malaysian singles player. He's looking around and giving support to the women's singles player, so a lot of interest indeed. That in fact is the manager in the shot. There's the manager there, the player just behind him. That's him there. You can tell by the age, Terry, although you are still playing at a fairly aged look.
Thank you, Stu.
So on the head, we'll see that it's 2 shots at the moment to Sharon Sims, the Malaysian. Bowl poised, look at the delivery. And it is on the run, raiding towards the head, looking for a big result. She'll get 1, only 1 out.
Something that we noticed from the semi-final, that she is not afraid to attack, and it's her young enthusiasm into the sport, certainly keen to get on the mat and have play an attacking shot if it so requires. Obviously the right shot there for her. She was 3 down, but had to draw very, very close, as we see on the replay. Bowl coming down, takes out one of the shot bowls of Sharon Sims, and she still keeps 1, measuring for the second.
So Sharon Sims decides to take the measure in hand, and she'll decide.
Sharon measuring to her own blue bowl first, then we'll turn around. The block of the measure to the jack. Takes the tape out to the pink bowl.
Blue.
And indicates that it is 2 shots. So great start for Sharon Sims, 2 shots on the first end.
Marvellous start for Sharon Sims on the first end. She leads by 2-0. 2-0 Sharon Sims over Yanni Azmi. Jack being placed on the centre line by the marker, Anne Wright. And Sharon Sims with that very relaxed delivery, You'll see there the silver fern earring. We'll have a look at some of that jewellery soon, I'm sure, but she's got silver fern earrings in both ears and seems to touch it from now and again just for the lucky touch, I think. Or it also in the semi. There you see it there, just the little silver fern earring in both ears for Sharon Sims, the New Zealander. The reply now from Yani Azmi from Malaysia. It's a little bit like one-day cricket, Terry, the shortened version. You need to get away quickly. Sharon Sims made a great start. Now she's trying to capitalise on that with this second bowl, and it's a good one too.
It's very important to get out the blocks early in the set play, Stu, and it's interesting to note the changes that have been made over the last couple of years and how the players have had or been able to adapt to it. In particular, I refer to the likes of the Malaysians who have come through this new format very, very well, and it just makes me wonder as to whether some of the countries are struggling to play it, whilst you've got a new country, a relatively new country in the game of bowls, able to adapt to it very quickly.
Malaysia at Kuala Lumpur Commonwealth Games made just huge strides, and what's been good is that they've maintained the impetus from Manchester now to Melbourne, where a group of players are training nearly all year round for the Melbourne event, which is played under the same sets conditions as we're seeing here. Sharon Sims, third bowl towards the back, just matching the bowl played by Yani Azmi. So you can see this bowl coming in from Yani Azmi. That's good enough, just about for shot. That is shot itself.
It's a very, very good bowl from Yani. Got the rest on Sharon Sims' bowl.
Pretty tight, I think. We'll get a good look at this shortly, but difficult angle just to tell who has got shot when they're that close. Sharon Sims does have an opportunity with this bowl now. She's working down the forehand side. That's the right-hand side as she looks towards the head. It's a term we use in the game in bowls, and we'll have a look at just how she delivers her bowl in style up against the Malaysian Yani Azmi, who has more of an Australian style, I think. A lot of Australian influence in the Malaysian team. No change from that bowl. Malaysian player having a good look at this head just to see if she has got the closest bowl to the jack yet. That's what she's looking at. Do I have the closest bowl? If I do, well, she can add to it. The view there gave a little bit of an inkling that perhaps the Malaysian has the bowl, but from different angles, it's different stories.
Certainly very, very close. May just get an indication as to who has the shot from what Yani does play.
There we go. Well, you can see how hard it is around that second ring. I wouldn't pick it from that.
No, very, very close. There's 3 bowls in contention. Yani got the option coming down the backhand now. Change of hand for her. Chance of turning her own bowl. Drawing right to the jack. Any movement's going to be in her favour. She started to chase her bowl because she knows she's pretty well on target.
It's quick. The green's running around about 18 seconds. They don't pull up quickly. They do run on. This will be interesting who's got shot here. We have the marker and right just poised to give us some indication. Sharon Sims sees the funny side of it too because she thinks it's tight. Bit of a giggle from her. Now she does the measuring. Puts it first on her bowl. Now she swings around and looks at the Malaysian bowl with the measure. That's the shot there. That's one. Now she's looking for the second. Just a one. So Malaysia picks up a single, and the score after 2 ends of the 9 in the first set has Sharon Sims of New Zealand leading Yani Azmi of Malaysia by 2-1. Delivery from the Malaysian. Here we go, Terry. This is the difference in the two styles.
Yes, we can see that Yani starts, originally she starts with the bowl a lot higher, proportionate to her body as regards to what Sharon has. Sharon's got the bowl a lot lower. And then when she does deliver, her back leg has got a greater bend in it. As you said, Stu, very much the Australian influence in her delivery. And of course, over those years of development in the Malaysian bowls, they had a huge influence and a lot of coaching from top Australians. They went to Malaysia, assisted them through those the games at Kuala Lumpur, and now, of course, moving on to the Melbourne Games, where they'll be looking for further success. And they have carried on some of that success in the Pacific Bowls, which have just been completed in Melbourne, where they took out the overall women's trophy. Now, that's a huge success to defeat the dominant countries in that event over the recent years, being Australia and New Zealand.
Good look of Sharon Sims, gold medal in both the Manchester Commonwealth Games and the World Bowls in the pairs, with Jo Edwards makes her one of the top bowlers in the world. A win here, and I think I would nearly claim her as being currently the best women's bowler in the world. Fantastic achievement to have 2 gold medals in both Commonwealth Games and World Bowls in the pairs, and it'll be interesting to see what position Sharon Sims plays in the Commonwealth Games team, which will be announced on Saturday. So a lot of interest in that too.
Yes, Sharon, having just returned from the Pacific Championships where she played in the pairs, didn't have the success that they would have liked to have had, and playing with Val Smith. Will the selectors make a change? We have to wait till tomorrow to find out.
Yeah, I just wonder if perhaps they give her a trial at skip of the triple, but I'm sure they've made their decision on that. So you can see clearly there that Malaysia with Yani Azmi still has the shot pretty adjacent to the jack. Jack or Kitty, or when it's yellow, Canary. There's a rule here at the Champion of Champions which says that the player can only go to the head unless they ask after the 3rd bowl and the 4th bowl, but in a tight situation they can ask after delivering the 2nd bowl to visit the head, and we saw that in the semi-finals. But just an opportunity to speed up the game rather than have players going backwards and forwards up the rink viewing the head, and it's had a good effect too. And you see Sharon Sims on the way to have a look after her 3rd bowl. 4 bowls each, and the singles. Missed everything, didn't she? Few chances, and it's Malaysia with the advantage.
Yes, the 2 pink bowls of Malaysia currently holding the shot.
Nice pink watch band with the pink ball, quite nicely colour coordinated, as only a woman would do. Although, Terry, you're known to coordinate yourself, aren't you, from time to time, being a new age male?
You're right onto it, Stu.
Fine bowl, isn't it, from Yani Azmi, the 19-year-old, parks that one right next to her other shot. She's got 2. Does she have 3?
Definitely got 2, and I would not think that Sharon would change her shot too much. She's now got a gap that was between the shot bowl and the jack filled in. She's got to have some weight to make sure she gets connection. Any movement of the jack back should be going in her favour.
Last bowl then on the third end of 9 in the first set. Vital bowl because she's at least 2 down. Played it a little bit tighter. She needs to have the weight to get into the area. Oh, now she needs to promote her own bowl. Gets the slide and gets the shot, the New Zealander! After 3 of the 9 ends, it's Sharon Sims of New Zealand leading Yani Azmi of Malaysia by 3-1. Mat down, and Sharon Sims continues to take advantage of the jack and determine the distance she delivers the jack. She has the option, of course, of giving the jack away, or the mat away, and giving that opportunity to the Malaysian, but by doing that she would have the last bowl.
Yes, Sharon leading 3-1, I think would like to assert some dominance, and by taking the mat, throwing the distance that she is playing better at, and then getting her bowls close to the mat, close to the jack, trying to put the pressure on her opponent.
It's interesting that from time to time there's a change in technical approach, and then if they've got a good lead, the players, they're inclined to give the mat away and defend the last 2 ends. Just so colourful on the green here at Fendalton, the pink and blue contrast of the bowls. Many years ago, of course, they were brown or black. No opportunity to really tell who had shot if you're watching the game, but now it's a colourful scene and a feminine scene with the pink bowl, isn't it? Although, Terry, Scott, some men use pink bowls too, I understand.
Yes, have seen that, particularly over in Australia, not so much in New Zealand.
Pretty adjacent, not too much in the difference between the 2 bowls at the moment on the shot. You see there, not too much difference at all. Not too much in it at the moment. You'd need a measure to check to see who has got shots, so it's Sharon Sims now in action down the backhand side. It's a measure determined shot. This is Sharon Sims' third bowl on this, the fourth end. And it is pretty well on track to... Is it going to get... When it gets on the edge, gets the shot itself, and a touch of Sharon Sims. Beautiful grass, nice looking weight, and just got the slide.
Yes, a lovely result for Sharon, running off the front bowl. Gives the opportunity now for Yanni to play with some weight. She would have 2 second shots. We see that bowl again of Sharon Sims just running off the pink bowl onto the jack. Great result. Yanni coming down the backhand, following a similar line. I just don't know if she's got enough weight as this bowl comes into view. She's got a chance of turning her own front ones, but she's got to reach them to do that. She's failed to do so.
So 1 bowl each to come from Sharon Sims and Yanni Azmi, and that will complete the 4th end of 9 in the first set. If you just joined us, set play here at the bowls, 2 sets, and then if it's even in the sets, they go to tiebreaker ends of 3, and that will determine who is the champion of champion singles player in 2005 here in New Zealand. In the 3rd year the competition began in 2003 in Moama in Australia, Warilla in 2004, Fennelton, New Zealand in 2005.
Sharon,
and also here next year.
Sharon Sims with her last bowl, just getting caught up in her own bowl. Yes, it's going to be a great few years for bowls in New Zealand, Stu. There's some marvellous events coming to New Zealand, all here in Christchurch. The World Champion Singles, of course, this year, followed up by that in 2006. The Asia Pacific Championships in 2007. The Trans-Tasman Series, both the 2007 and 2008, which are both going to be played in 2007. And, of course, the pinnacle of it all, the World Bowls Championship, January of 2008.
So final bowl on this, the 4th end, being played by the Malaysian Yanni Azmi, and she's playing with a probing shot, looking for the Sharon Sims bowl. It's going to be narrow, but she could get the big result, the big slide. No, she doesn't. Goes through the head. It'll be 1 shot to Sharon Sims. After 4 ends, it's 4-1 now to Sharon Sims of New Zealand over Yanni Azmi of Malaysia in the final of the World Singles Champion of Champions for 2005. It's a handy lead first up. Good crowd in and starting to appreciate the sunshine too. Plenty of sun hats, plenty of umbrellas too. A lot of viewers, I'm sure, around the world. Terry Scott would like some information on the surface, and being a curator of North East Valley, you'd be able to give us the ideal information, I guess.
Yes, certainly. The greens in Christchurch are some of the best greens in New Zealand, and the manicuring of them is just absolutely outstanding. It's a cochlear weed. It's a what they call Maniatota. There's hundreds of strains of cochlear, but this is the Maniatota strain, and it is a very, very good playing surface. The pace of the green, it's running around about 17 to 18 seconds today. Generally the pace that is found in Christchurch, and I'm sure the bowlers that when they come here for the World Bowls in 2008 will just want to roll these greens up and take them home.
Yeah, World Bowls in 2008 at Fennelton, Papanui, and also Burnside. And what a start from Sharon Sims, the New Zealander, right alongside the jack. A lot of the crowd that are here, I'm sure, will be supporting bowls in 2008. And quickly onto the mat and delivering. She is quick playing the game as Yanni Azmi. She's a player that, being only 19, enjoys listening to music, plays 10-pin bowling, and also is a very good lawn bowler, as you can see from that there. And her other interests are listening to music, and like myself, she's a very good singer.
And you hopefully only in the shower at home.
although I have been applauded at times at karaoke. Do Our Diddy Dee's probably my best known song. Back to the bowls.
What time of night down Courtney Place is that?
We've gone back to the bowls, and Sharon Sims, forehand side, right hand side. She's going down that forehand for one of the first times going this way. And opportunity for the rest on that pink pole there, gets it and gets another shot too.
Yes, it reminds us of the first end that they played where Sharon Sims put her first bowl on the jack on the backhand, changed to the forehand and repeated the dose, and she's repeated the dose again on this, the fifth end of a 9-end set game.
Need to remember that Yani Azmi from Malaysia in her semi-final against Amy Monkhouse lost the first set 11-3. At one stage she was down 10-0, so sometimes you do have a bowler that is a bit slow starting. She bounced back in the second set to win 7-6 and won the tiebreaker 2-1, so getting behind at the early stages is not new to her.
No, it's not. And also the other worry, probably from Sharon Sims' point of view, is that in the second set throughout this tournament she's had a difficulty, and she had that difficulty this morning when she was playing Celia Smith from Scotland. Had a great win in the first set, 13-4, but in the second set went down 11-3 and also went to a tiebreaker.
Two, could be three, definitely two, could be three. What do you think at home? You may have an opinion on how many shots at the moment Sharon Sims has got. We think it's two. Let's give us a better chance. Now you can see it's three, can't you? The bowl there just to the right of the jack, just on the line. That's probably the third shot.
Yes, the third bowl of Sharon Sims touching the line. Great assistant, the overhead rings.
Were you right at home? Sharon Sims with her last bowl on this, the fifth end. Has three, looking for four. Crowd like it.
There's a real reason why they like that bowl, Stu, and it's because if the jack is burnt on the right-hand side of the green, out of bounds on the right-hand side, there would be three shots going to the Malaysian. Now, Sharon Sims has put in a very good bowl to cover those three shots because the jack would get replaced in an area very close to where that bowl is.
In the modern game, there's no killing of the jack. It's continuous play. The jack, if it goes out of bounds, is brought back, as Terry says, onto the dots that are on the green. And if it goes over the bank, it comes back too. So no kills in this modern game of set play at the bowls. And on the raiding towards those blue bowls is the Malaysian, and she doesn't change anything, does she? Well, she got one out, didn't she? So there'll still be two. Might just have a look at that third. Definitely two. Been a very good start. Well, she's aggressive. As Yani Azmi, she has a go if she thinks there's an opportunity for the kill, and she was running at that shot there. It's just the two, and so it's Sharon Sims 6-1 after 5 ends. Good advantage for Sharon Sims of New Zealand in the semi-final over Yani Azmi of Malaysia, 6-1 after 5 of the 9 ends. Now she's continuing to attack because she's taken the mat again. She decides the length of the end, and she's comfortable with that. She wants to continue to put pressure on the youngster, the 19-year-old from Malaysia. Had success, Yani Azmi, in the Commonwealth Youth Games under 18s at Bendigo, Australia, where she won the gold medal a fantastic performance. So she's a player of immense quality. What a start again from Sharon Sims. She's nailing her first bowl.
It's the pressure from the first bowl that is sewing the end up for Sharon Sims. She's getting that one very, very adjacent. It's important to her, and from that point it's just putting the pressure back on her opposition.
Now the reply from the youngster. You can see just in front of the jack, see the brown mark on the white line? That's one of the placement positions.
It's 0.5 of a metre short of the full length. It is one of the placement positions if the jack is killed and goes over the back of the ditch. If it goes out to the side, it's placed on predetermined spots, which are 1.5 metres from the centre line.
So for our new viewers of set play, that's the explanation. If you're viewing bowls for the first time or just joining us, remembering in this stage of set play, it's the most bowls you get nearest to that yellow jack determines how many points you get. But when we come to the ends play, it's just one required to be closest. Great reply from the Malaysian. Just a superb reply under pressure. 2 down puts the bowl right behind the jack. Now the reply from Sharon Sims. So the arrival of the bowl from Sharon Sims, and what a superb bowl it is. Jack into the ditch and 2 shots. She played it brilliantly. She's on fire.
Oh, that was a great bowl from Sharon Sims, who played it with perfect weight, had the chance of sitting the bowl, but the real crutch of it was that she picked up the jack, took it through the ditch, and her bowls, which are 1.5 metres from the ditch, 2 shots to Sharon.
So that was just played to perfection. Just the perfect weight, the perfect green, and the perfect result. Jack in the ditch, it's live, and she has 2 shots. Now the reply from Yani Azmi. She's on the run too, following it down. There's the scoreboard, 6-1. She needs to stop before the ditch. She's played it well, gets a slide, and you just can't do better than that. You just can't do better than that. Stayed on the green. That's what it needs to do, because if it dropped into the ditch, it wouldn't count. Had to stay on the green.
An excellent bowl from Yani, finishing right on the edge of the ditch, 15 inches from the jack.
So the jack, when it's in the ditch, is alive. A bowl that has touched the jack, and if that goes into the ditch, that's also alive. But a bowl that doesn't touch the jack and just goes on into the ditch is taken out and does not count. So that's a superb lawn bowl.
I'm sure we'll see some weight from Sharon Sims. She's got 2-second shot, playing on her backhand, playing with weight, looking to take out the shot bowl. She has to get down the channel between her own 2 bowls. Got a chance and just comes off the edge of her own bowl. Takes her off course. It's 1 shot at the moment to Yani Azmi, the opportunity to make it 2.
So can the youngster do it again? Well, she did it the first time brilliantly. Now the challenge is for Yani Azmi to deliver that same bowl, not go in the ditch, just you see the ditch there, you see the jack in the ditch. She wants to pull up just in front of that wood along the rink, the end of the rink, and then if she does that, she'll have another shot. She's got quite a lot of room, just needs to beat those 2 blue bowls that are about a metre out from the ditch. So here she is. It's on its way now, looking to pull this bowl up just before the ditch. Looks similar in terms of line. Will it get into one of her own bowls? No, it doesn't. And does it get another shot? Yes, she does. That is, ladies and gentlemen, superb lawn bowls. There's a lot of people watching it here at Fendalton.
6-3 after
The scoreline after 6 ends is 6-3. 6-3 after 6 of the 9 ends. As you see the marker, Anne Wright, just showing the crowd the scoring on that last end.
It was a great finish to that end from the young Australian.
She may be Malaysian.
Australian coached.
Still, Australia have had a huge influence on the Malaysian team. They, I think Marlene Castle too, early on, our own New Zealand singles player of note, also had some influence early on the Malaysian development, and then the Australians too got involved. Shorter this time, Matt on the 2 metre mark. This is 3/4 length, I guess, of what we're seeing here. So it'll be interesting to see how they adapt now to this length.
Yes, Yanni's decided to take the jack and see if she can get back to a length that will suit her. A little bit shorter than what they have been playing. First bowl was gone well past the jack. Sharon Sims about to deliver her first bowl on this, the 7th end.
A lot of the Malaysian players are full-time in the game, training for the Commonwealth Games. In Australia, of course, this set system has been played in the singles, pairs and triples at the Commonwealth Games in Melbourne. New facility. Like the look of the grass of this bowl, and I like the look of the weight. Might have slid past a little bit, but still handy enough for shot. Gee, the conditions are superb here now. That a lot of the cloud cover is gone, a lot warmer. I'm interested in the moisture level. Will that affect bowls later on in the afternoon?
I don't think there'll be too much of a problem. These greens are running absolutely beautiful. You may just get a little bit of moisture come up if it gets very hot. Most of the greenkeepers here in Christchurch will be tending to water their greens at night time, particularly here at Fendalton, where there has been a lot of play this week. This event having started last Saturday and gone for 6 days already. There's certainly there'll be a little bit of moisture come up, but I don't think it's going to affect these players too much at all.
Got to give top marks to Ken the Thicket, the greenkeeper. He's done a marvellous job. Play all week, so they've had a lot of play on them, and he's done a fantastic job to keep these just so beautifully prepared. Sims with 1, leads by 6-3 after 6 of the 9 ends in the first set. Full-time employee of Bowls New Zealand. And gets a little bit of the jack, trials it back for 2.
Yes, Sharon put her hands in the air when she started to move the jack. She was afraid she was moving it back to the 2 bowls, the 2 pink bowls of the Malaysian, sitting around about 3 feet behind the jack. Fortunately, she stayed with it, took it sideways. The counter she had still remains there, plus the one that she drew with, and lying 2 shots. Made it a little bit harder for Yani Azmi to get to. I think she'll have to look at changing her hand, coming on the forehand.
This here is the bowl from Sharon Sims. A little bit of the jack. It's a slice of heaven because she now has 2 shots. trying to prize the initiative away. The Malaysian, because she's going down the forehand side. You'll see her coming from right to left, but just a little bit narrow. Weight was pretty good. It was just the grass.
Oh, that was an excellent weighted bowl. Had the chance of either sitting the bowls or any movement of the jack back was going to be in her favour. We can see the 3 pink bowls there. Nevertheless, failed on that occasion. Opportunity for Sharon Sims to capitalise. Pick up a 3 here, jump out to a 9-3 lead. Would be a great lead with only 2 ends to play.
The bonus bowl, the opportunity for the bonus, has 2, looking to make it 3. Final bowl being played on the 7th end. Going down the backhand side. Both players have completed their bowls. She said you need to kick it because it's got no weight, so it's got no weight. It'll be just the 2 shots, and it will be Sharon Sims of New Zealand leading Ghani Azmi of Malaysia by 8-3 after 7 of the 9 ends. 8-3, so it's a difference of 5. Five the difference, 2 ends to play, possible score of 8. So Terry Scott, analyst, give us the equation.
It's a stage of the set that the players start to look at what they have to do now to keep themselves in it. The situation is that Ghani Azmi, 5 behind. She needs to score a 2 and a 3, at least to tie the set, then goes into the second set fresh, started base 1 again. Sharon Sims will be just looking to protect that lead that she's got. If she's going to be dropping shots, she will only be wanting to drop 1 on this end.
Score 1 here, and it's first set Sharon Sims.
All over.
Crucial stage of the Champion of Champions final for women 2005. This end now is pressure time.
Bowl just coming into view, and what a great opening bowl from Sharon Sims once again. Very close to the jack, just sitting over a foot away from the jack. It's a great bowl to open with.
Bowl from the Malaysians on target too. Well, that's a superb bowl. Matches the Sims bowl. Of course, it's interesting, the measurements in bowls. Often it's inches and feet for our northern visitors and meters for the southern hemisphere. So some people tell me that the official measurement, in fact, is inches and feet for bowls internationally. Terence.
Well, it is quite interesting. I think a lot of us old dogs refer to it as inches and feet. We haven't moved so much into the meters. Probably for someone the age of Ghani, she won't know what feet and inches are.
Has 1, looking to make it 2. Just not quite, is it? Crucial end, remembering that Sims scores 1 and she takes out the first set. Crucial end in this, the first set, because at the moment it's Sharon Sims that leads by 8-3. It is the Malaysian Yani Azmi that has the shot. She needs to score to keep in touch. If Sharon Sims scores a single on this end, she'd take out the first set. So the pressure in these last two bowls is right on both players.
Yes, the last bowl from Sharon Sim on the 8th end. The opportunity, any movement back, she's got 2 bowls behind. She's got to make sure she reaches it. Bowl just coming into view. I don't think she's got enough weight to reach it. No, she isn't. She turns up the bowl of Yani Azmi. It doesn't come up for another shot, but there is opportunities now. And will Yani Azmi take it? Sharon Sim just with the 1 bowl on the head. She's got to decide as to whether 1 shot is enough or 2 shots is enough, and can she pick up a 3 on the next end to tie up the set, or will she take the opportunity to try and remove the Sharon Sims bowl and pick up a 3 or a 4?
Big opportunity here because movement of the, see it there, Jar shot on the pink bowl to the left of the jack. That blue bowl comes back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Could get 4. Will she take the gamble, or will she just be happy to pick up 1 or 2? Opportunity for Yani Azmi, the 19-year-old, to get right back in this first set. It's on its way now. So is she, following it down. More draw weight than crack an egg or jar shot. She's played it pretty well, just fell out. Should just get the 1. I wondered if it was decision time then to play with force and look for a big number.
She did have the opportunity that if she got any movement from the jack, that could have brought one of her other bowls into it, a possibility of a 3. I just felt that she had to grab the game, come back into it, play with some weight, try and punch out the Sims bowl. If she failed, she was down in the set anyway.
So what's the equation now is that Yani Azmi needs a 4 to draw the first set. Scoreline 8-4 to Sharon Sims over Yani Azmi. Definitely 8-4. And for Yani Azmi, she needs a 4 now to draw the first set. That counts, and then they go into that second set with the winner taking the match. Of course, if Sharon Sims picks up the shot, that equation's all over in the first set to the New Zealander here in Christchurch, New Zealand. Lovely delivery style of the World Pairs at Commonwealth Games Pairs gold medalist. Consistent delivery. It's done a lot of good in her career. And a different style for the Malaysians. Just a different delivery from her hand as well. Good bowl too, gets the results.
Yes, unfortunately just trailed the jack away from her first bowl. Makes it a little bit harder for her to pick up the 4. Interesting to note that both of these players have met previously in this tournament. Both of them come out of the same section. In the earlier round, it was Sharon Sims who beat Yani Azmi 9-8, 9-6 and 8-6. 9-6 and 8-6.
A bit of a shocker there from Sharon Sims, wasn't it? Just left it very short. She wasn't happy at all. Just gives us a little bit of hope perhaps to the Malaysian, although the bowl there you see that she's passing now is a little bit too far out to count. She has 2 though, doesn't she? Look at that. Consistency. Good crowd in. and a contented Malaysian. 2 good shots. Sims just trying to beat the 3rd shot bowl at the moment.
That's all she has to do. And while Yani Azmi may not get up and win this set, getting bowls close like that is going to give her confidence going into the 2nd set.
Another wayward bowl from Sharon Sims. You know, one very short, one very wide. Yani Azmi would just be really disappointed with a short one because she had a huge chance.
Oh, she certainly did. The unfortunate thing for her is with her 2nd bowl, she dragged the jack away from her 1st bowl, and that therefore took the 1st bowl out of contention for her to get a 4. I don't know what she can do. I think she's got to try and play to sit out the Sharon Sims bowl that has passed the jack. She's got to try and reach that, sit it back and stay there herself.
So here's the final ball on the 9th and final end in the 1st set for Yani Azmi. Taking time just to steady herself. Usually a lot quicker than this, isn't she? She really is just pausing.
I think the difficulty she's got is to try and get to that Sharon Sims bowl. She has to negotiate her own bowl. I just wonder if she'd better to go over onto the forehand and play across to that bowl.
That's what she's going to do too. Down forehand side, coming tight. Just try and push it through the head. We'll see it now on its way. Yani Azmi looking to save the 1st set. She'll come swinging across. She's played it slightly narrow on purpose. Now she comes swinging across looking for the bowl and she gets nothing, straight through it. She's disappointed. So it is Sharon Sims that takes out the 1st set. It's 8-6, 8-6. Sharon Sims over Yani Azmi, and Sharon Sims takes out the 1st set. So 8-6 in this, the 1st set, and it's comfort time for the Malaysian Yani Azmi. Big crowd in, and a bit of the sunshine lotion going on as well now because the sun's out at Fendalton and Christchurch. But warmer conditions, around about 14 degrees. You can see a lot of blue sky now and a very picturesque looking area here at Fendalton. Just such a nice setting in Christchurch, as you'd expect. A lot of trees. The Avon River meanders through the city. The first set taken out by Sharon Sims over Yanni Azmi by 8-6 into the start now of the second set. You've missed none of the action because there's been a break for Yanni Azmi, and you'll see now Sharon Sims delivering the jack on the first end of the second set. Remembering, 2 sets. If you win the 2 sets, you have won the title of world champion in 2005 and champion of champions. And if it's tied up at 1 set each, then we go to the tiebreaker for ends. But in that first set, it was Sharon Sims that got away to a flyer, and really Yanni Azmi only came into her own near the end, but that might have given us some of the confidence to do well in the second set.
Oh, I'm sure it will have. Her last couple of ends that she played in that first set were some of her best bowls that she's put together in this game so far. She can go in, say to herself, forget about the first set, we're starting the second one, we're all square again, all I have to do is win this set and I can then go into a 3-end tiebreaker.
So it's like, I guess, 2 games in one. First game was won by Sharon Sims, and the second game, or the second set now, is what Sharon Sims needs to get away to a good start again and really put the pressure on the youngster who, as you quite rightly say, Terry Scott, bowls analyst here on TV1, it's a good decision of hers to play well in those last 2 ends, because if you can carry that through, then she will really start to put a little bit more pressure on Sharon Sims. But that's not a good opener. She really needed to nail the jack first up.
Needed something to give her some confidence, but if we think back to the semi-finals that were played earlier on today, Sharon Sims did not go well in the second set, and that's been a little bit of a trait of hers throughout this tournament. She's gone to a number of tie-breaking games. Contrary to that, Yanni came back in her second set game, having lost it the first set 11-3 in the semi-final, came back, started well and picked up that second set. So it would just be interesting to see how these 2 players adapt to the second set. The pressure is on the young one. See how she can perform.
Yes, so there she is, Yanni Azmi, and her game, she lost the first set 3-11, won the second 7-6, then won the tiebreaker ends 2-1. Sharon Sims in her semi-final won the first set 13-4, lost the second set 11-3, and then took out the tiebreaker 2-1. So this is a threat for Sharon Sims. That's a pretty handy second bowl. But just, it's that bowl very close to jack that just means a movement of pressure to the opposition.
Third bowl from Sharon Sims, just not quite making it to the jack. Fortunate thing for her is it has got in the line of Yanni's draw. See how she responds.
You talk about Malaysia and bowls and the progress they've made. Pause and watch that bowl where she's promoted one of her front bowls up to shot itself. Of course, they have the Commonwealth Games singles champion, and at the recent Asia Pacific bowls, it was the Malaysian, who also is the same player that won the gold medal in the Manchester singles, who ended up second behind Fiji. So they really do make an impression across the world. The Malaysian side is the scoreline 8-6, and playing the first of the second sets.
Opportunity for Sharon Sims here. If she can reach the shot bowl, and she's pretty much on target. She has got it. She set it back slightly, and I think she may have the shot out of that.
She certainly has got the shot, no doubting that. That's a superb bowl. Superb bowl from that player on picture, Sharon Sims. Perfect weight, perfect grass, the rest and the shot, and the double teapot as well.
Yanni studying the head, having to be very careful here. She's only got the one bowl on the head. She wouldn't want to play with any weight to remove that bowl. But she'll also be wanting to score. Got a chance if she can get to the jack and get some movement out of it. She's got a couple of bowls behind. Looks as though she's playing on a tighter line. She's got a bit of weight coming into the area of the shot bowl. Oh, she played it very, very well. Turned the shot bowl out. She may have still got the shot with her own bowl that followed through, came around behind the jack and then rolled back inwards.
Lovely example of lawn bowls by the 19-year-old Malaysian Yani Azmi. She picks up the shot with a superb last bowl and takes out the first end 1-0. So let's look at this bowl again. Here it is, coming down the forehand side. The shot bowl just pushes it through, stops, falls back and gets the shot. And a nice opener too. That's the pressure bowl, the first bowl from Yani Azmi. She's pretty pleased with that, I'm sure.
You just note, Stu, after that last bowl was played by Yani, she went to her back pocket, pulled the scorecard out of her back pocket, so she's keeping a card herself. She's keeping track of how she's performing in this game, so it's interesting to see that. We don't often see that in New Zealand, so it's something that we could probably learn from. It keeps you really motivated and keen and knowing what's happening in your game.
It's interesting that I noticed at Commonwealth Games too in Manchester that all the Malaysian players do the same tactic of keeping the score themselves, and it's fascinating because not a lot of the players at international level do that.
Now, we certainly don't see it in New Zealand, and it's something that is probably even new to me.
You should try it. You might bring in some new results for your play at North East Valley.
Rebirth of success.
See clearly there, two bowls, both pink. That's the shots. Sharon Sims wayward with the first. Has one, looking to make it two. Always wide. Going around the world, was never going to come back from there. Sims looking, I think, to play with a little bit of aggression here, although she's only got one shot on the head. She'll just be playing up to the shot bowl. She's just tucked it a little bit tighter, hasn't she, and put a bit of weight on.
Yes, she can't afford to play with too much weight at all, really. She's only got the one bowl on the head. She needs to build the head. She's done that. She's given herself 2 second shots. Now she can look with her third bowl, if Yani doesn't get handy, of playing with a little bit of aggression to the shot bowl.
So last bowl being played by the Malaysian singles player. And then we'll see the last bowl from Sharon Sims. And that will complete the second end on the second set. Sims up 8-6 in the first set, up 1 set to love. So Last bowl from Yani Azmi. She knows too, I'm sure, that she needs to get another bowl on the head, because otherwise Sharon Sims has an opportunity to make 2, if not 3. So it's a pressure bowl here, and she hasn't done it. So here's an opportunity for Sharon Sims. Take out the pink bowl just below the jack, and if she stays there, she's got 3.
Yes, I'm sure she will look at it. She's definitely got 2 second shots. Her only concern will be that she wouldn't want to knock the jack back a little bit at all. But faint heart never won a fair lady.
Sharon Sims looking to probe at the pink bowl. That is the shot. She may have the jack. Has she got the jack? She's got the jack. It's a slice of heaven. It's a slice of heaven for Sharon Sims. She gets the jack and she gets the shot, and it's 1-1 after 2 ends. So we see from the marker and right that 1 shot to Sharon Sims with that slice of heaven. Crowd applauded. They appreciated it because Sharon Sims played the aggressive shot. And Terry, I think your quote said it and won.
Certainly so, Stu. She had opportunities there. Built the head up with her 3rd bowl, giving herself 2 second shots. Opportunity to play out the shot bowl. Got a little bit of the unexpected result, but any movement of the jack going to the left-hand side, as she was looking at it, she always had some bowls there.
Slight cooling in temperature at Fendalton Bowling Club. Breeze up a bit. Later in the day, of course. And some of the jackets and jerseys are starting to come out amongst the crowd. Breeze up a little bit too. But it just has seemed to have no effect whatsoever. Green level. Second set pretty tight, because in that first set it was just dominated by Sims as she got out to 6-1. That was after 5 ends, a couple of ends here, 1 each. Locked together at 1-1 in the second set after New Zealand took out the first set 8-6. Sharon Sims with her second bowl in the 3rd end, and towards the back of the head. Still plenty of room to get close here for both players. The delivery now from Yani Azmi of Malaysia. Good enough for shot.
Third bowl from Sharon Sims just coming into view, in a bowl that she will be a little bit disappointed with. The first 2 bowls going a couple of metres past the jack and then falling short with her 3rd. At the moment, Yani Azmi holding 2 shots. Want to capitalise on that, put 1 close to the jack, put the pressure back onto Sharon Sims. 1-1 after 2 ends in the second set. Opportunity for Yani Azmi to go out to a good lead if she can score a couple of 3 on this end.
So one more ball to come from Sharon Sims. Then the final ball from Yanni Azmi.
Ball out here. How far past Jack's that, please?
that passed.
Thank you.
Still plenty of room for Sharon Sims to draw a shot itself. Couple down. Wouldn't want to drop a couple or three here, because if she doesn't get one reasonably close here, there is a big opportunity and a wide area for Yanni Azmi to draw the third shot. Crucial bowl on the second set and the third end. It's on its way. Always narrow, wasn't it? And she's given a huge chance here for the Malaysian.
Yes, Yanni Azmi still holding the two shots. Would have been a little bit disappointed with her third bowl. She was pretty well green line, but went through past the jack and didn't capitalise on the opportunity she had. She'll be hoping that she can correct it with her. So last bowl of the third end, picking up a three would be a great benefit to her here.
So Yanni Azmi, the bonus bowl. She has two, looking to make it three. You can see the two clearly there. Now, the third opportunity. Her last bowl. It's going to come in the back door in bowls talk, and it does do just that. Another shot. Well, she had plenty of room to draw. Crowd appreciate the play of the Malaysian. The marker, Anne Wright, will be first to tell us. Just looking around. Three. Sharon thinks it's three, and it one. And now they'll look at the second. Three shots it is, that's two. And she says three, Sharon Sims, three shots to Yanni Azmi. She leads now by 4-1. 4-1 after three of the 9 ends in the second set. So Yanni Azmi now has pulled that mat up and delivered the jack. So ideal length, I think. Seems to appreciate about this length. Malaysian support here at the bowls. Both players mounting their attack down the same side of the rink. The best result from Sharon Sims. And the reply from Yanni Azmi. Some multi-million-dollar repairs being done on a house here at Fendleton. Putting another story on, or is it the ensuite or spa bath? Definitely one. Will it still be one after this? Yes, it will. In fact, it might have just shunted that bowl back to bring that bowl into play at the top of the picture. Definitely just one on the left, as you see there. Pretty relaxed, the youngster.
Yes, we'll certainly have a little bit more confidence as we see the rings there, and it's very, very close on the second shot. I think it might be just the pink bowl in behind. That's the second shot, so it's definitely one to Sharon Sims at this stage.
So Sharon Sims has one, looking to make it two, and she's on the run. And follow your third and fourth bowl down to the head, as Sharon Sims has done. You meant to reach it before the bowl does, and Sharon Sims has done that, and probably just pushed into play another bowl. That'll be interesting to have a look at. There we go, and no change really, just the one. You can see right on the line. Then it's a measure for that second shot. The third shot, top of the screen, is just a little bit out of the count at the moment, but opportunity for Sharon Sims if she can just move one of her bowls with the last bowl she has forward. They're in the running. She may get another shot, but first of all, we'll see the last bowl on this, the fourth end, being played by Yani Azmi, and that's wayward, wide. She'll be very disappointed with that.
Yes, it was not a good bowl from Yani. She had opportunities there to move the jack and get some results with her bowls that are in behind, but played a very poor bowl on that occasion.
Sharon Sims with her last bowl on this, the fourth end. Opportunity here. Now, will she go down the backhand and just... It's got bowl in the running. That if she moved forward the bowl in the running, you'll see it come to the picture when she delivers. Just move it forward half a bowl and she'd have another shot. So here she is, Sharon Sims down the left-hand side. Then you'll see it come into view on your screen, and if it bumps up one of her blue bowls, she could get another shot out of this. There they are in waiting. Or will she draw the shot itself? Well, you've got to be up in that situation, Sharon. You have to be playing into those bowls to give them a chance.
Yes, a disappointing bowl from Sharon as well. She had the opportunity to capitalise on the shot that she had, failed to take that opportunity, measuring for the second shot. Definitely got the one shot, has taken the one bowl out, and will measure for a start to the pink bowl of Yani Azmi, then turn, take the measure around to her own blue bowl.
Yep, that's the one.
And it says just the one, so it's one to Sharon Sims at the completion of the fourth end in the second set. It's 4-2 to Yani Azmi from Malaysia.
Marker and right, just shows the crowd the situation. She's dragged the jack to the 2 metre mark, but the mat's come up a long way, Terry. This is fairly short coming this way, isn't it? They've mainly played a different length.
Yes, previous times coming this way, Sharon was playing a longer length end, has pulled the mat up to around about 3 metres, 4 metres short of the distant peg, and thrown a near full length jack.
Hasn't been a lot of grouping of the bowls in this final. Saw earlier on in the day, Amy Monkhouse of England doing a lot of grouping with her draw bowls, but then the Malaysian Yani Azmi started to come into her game, but just not the grouping perhaps and consistency. So conditions aren't easy. Good picture there of how Sharon Sims grips the bowl and then the delivery straight through. Quite upright stance in delivery. They have the cloth with them just to wipe off any Kochula or Manitoto that's on the bowl. And that's the shot, pretty well on the centre line, pretty well played. See the cloth in hand of Sharon Sims. There's the cloth in the hand now of Yani Azmi. She just gives her bowl a bit of a wipe, gets rid of any Kochula or Manitoto that's just on the surface. And I think it's part of the routine before delivery. And gets the shot, does she? Falls out. See, fair step out from Sharon Sims. There you can see the set. Single shots and that crucial 3 for Malaysia on the third, and a single reply from New Zealand 4-2 at the moment to Malaysia.
Both players just struggling on this length of head. They changed the length. Sharon, as we said, brought the mat out a little bit further. Near full length jack. Both players are failing at this stage to get a bowl within a metre of the jack. Third bowl from Yani Azmi. Looks to be the best one that's come down so far. The crowd applaud because that is number one. That is the shot bowl itself.
Nicely poised, the second set. Still probably just favouring that pink bowl. There's not too much in it, but the pink Malaysian bowl would you'd favour for shot at the moment.
Yes, Yani Azmi walked confidently back to the mat that she had one shot. Looking to draw a second. Important bowl for her. 2 shots takes her out to a 4-point lead with only 4 ends left in the second set. Delivered. Following the bowl down on a fairly good track as well. It's coming towards the jack. Has it got enough weight to reach it? I'm sure it has. That's another good bowl.
So the Malaysian with a possibility of a couple here. 2 shots to Yani Azmi of Malaysia, and she now leads by 6-2, 6-2. Good lead now for the Malaysian, Terry, and let's just have a look at the scoreboard at 6-2. She's got a comfortable lead. Now, she's continuing to take the jack rather than looking to defend it.
Yes, she will be feeling a lot better than what she did in the first set at this particular stage. Only 4 ends left to play, and this is the second set. Remembering that Sharon Sims only has to get a draw out of this set to take out the title as the champion, the world champion in women's bowls. Yani Azmi, other ideas, wanting to stop that run, continue her scoring and hopefully get into a tiebreaker.
There's a big advantage, isn't there, in that first set. Having the first set, you know that you've got 2 chances in the second, the win or the draw, so a bit of an advantage there. But it's Yani Azmi, just as she did in that semi-final, coming back extremely strongly in the second set. And Sharon Sims was slow to get underway, but she's underway now because that's parked behind the jack. That's a very good bowl. Oh, what a fine finish for the 19-year-old from Malaysia. Right behind the jack and shot. A fraction of weight, just trying to move that pink bowl from its position behind the jack. Yani Azmi has the shot as it's Sharon Sims just trying to wrest it away, playing down the backhand with just a little bit of weight, but it's going to slide past. You see the shot bowl there from Malaysian. Second shot to Sharon Sims. Scoreline in the second set has Malaysia leading by 6-2 over New Zealand, and it's a crucial time now. Yani Azmi's playing extremely well in the second set, and she's looking to build and maintain the lead she picked up after picking up the lead on the third end.
You should be very conscious on this end of the 3 bowls that Sharon Sims has got past the jack, and I'm sure that we will see her now change her hand, one of the rare bowls that is being played on the forehand in this game, particularly going this way. Looking to get some cover on those 3 bowls, cover the possible trail from Sharon Sims.
You'll see in picture there what the bowls analyst Terry Scott is talking about. The 3 blue bowls on the left of the jack, they're still there. Movement of the jack from Sharon Sims. Opportunity, if she plants it in the middle of those 3 bowls, she could have 4. Last bowl on this, the 6th end. See it there, the shots. Sharon Sims steady on the mat. Crucial bowl opportunity. She always does that, steps back slightly, stands very tall, and then step out. You see they're beautifully delivered. Now she doesn't like the look of it.
I don't know why.
I
She's
don't know
closer
why.
than she thought.
No, she's worried about the... Oh, she got the jack. Oh, this will be interesting. Outside the boundary line. Come in, Terry Scott.
Well, this is going to be interesting because the jack is going to be replaced by the marker, and I will think we will see Sharon Sims at least pick up one shot. The jack is respotted. It's a predetermined mark on the green, which is 1.5 metres to the side of the centre line on the side that the jack went out of bounds. So it was a very good result, and we can see that the jack has been respotted by the marker. And right, definitely one shot to Sharon Sims. I think it might be just the one. Yes, there's one lollipop goes up from the marker. She didn't like that bowl, but I'll tell you what, she got the desired result.
Interesting, because she let it go and she grimaced. You could hear it. 6-3 the scoreline is after 6 ends, and she grimaced and sort of put her hands in the air. I guess she was worried about the slice of hell if it sliced over to those pink balls. It went the right way, might have perhaps wanted a little bit of extra result. So let's watch it again from Sharon Sims. The jack, the slice, jack comes out. And there it goes, out of the ring. Her grimace, we see, and then realises that it is in fact spotted, and she picks up a single.
The third last end in the final of the World Champion singles. The third last end of the second set. Currently, Yanni Yasmi leading 6-3 over Sharon Sims of New Zealand. Sharon Sims taking out the first set 8-6. Looking to wrap it up with a win or even a draw in this set. Sharon Sims with a handy opening bowl, just drifting past the jack a little bit though. The little bit of breeze drifted the bowl on.
So first set was won by Sharon Sims 8-6. We're into the second set now, and it's 6-3 to Yanni Azmi over Sharon Sims. If it becomes 1-1 we go into the 3-end tiebreak. What happens there is not a matter of how many shots you get, just who wins the tiebreak set, a tiebreak end, and so it'll be the best of those 3 ends will decide who is the world singles champion and champion. So it's nicely poised, the contest here at Fendalton. Sharon Sims is looking to fight back after being down at one stage 6-2. Picking up that last single gets her closer at 6-3, and she has the 2 shots on this, the 7th end.
Two shots she did have as we look at the second bowl from Yanni Yasmi coming in, and an excellent bowl, plenty of room for her to draw a shot, and she has replied with one that's just past the jack.
Opportunity knocks here for Sharon Sims. Right on target, and falls back and looks to be the shot too. Well, what about that? Excitement, that's for certain. The reply now from the Malaysian. It's first in, best dressed, really, isn't it, on this end? If Sharon Sims can just get rest on the Malaysian bowl, she would be in a very strong position. If she doesn't do it, well, it's vice versa for the Malaysian.
Yes, I think Sharon will want to get, she wants to get another bolt near to the jack as possible, but I would think that she would like it to be on the other side of the jack to where her present bowl is. There's opportunities for Yanni Azmi to play perhaps on her backhand, get some movement of the jack. She's got the bowls all down one side of the green. Any movement away from the Sims bowls are going to be to her advantage. Sharon Sims with her last bowl, studying it as it comes towards the head. I don't know as it just comes into view whether she's got enough weight. It looks to be pulling up short. The only benefit it may have is to block the shot that perhaps Yanni Azmi was looking at playing to take out the shot bowl. She's only got the one bowl on the head. She's got to be very, very careful.
Last bowl then on the 7th end for Yanni Azmi of Malaysia. She's looking for that blue bowl just to the right of the jack we saw, or just a dead draw itself. She's playing down a forehand side. She's playing down the same side as her pink bowl is sitting. Breaking towards the head now, giving it a chance. And she's got the shot. That's sensational bowls. Marvellous bowls from Yanni Azmi.
And it fell out.
One out. Just the one. 7-3 after 7 of the 9 ends in the second set after New Zealand took out the first set, 8-6. So it's pressure time here now at 7-3, 2 ends to go.
I'll try.
She has to score, Sharon Sims, to stay in the set. Poised now, it's pressure time at the bowls at Fendleton, 7-3. If the Malaysian scores, it's all over in the second set. We'll go to the tiebreaker ends. Very, very still conditions here at Fendleton, and a good bowl too from Yanni Azmi. She has 2 shots. Now the challenge for Sharon Sims has to score to stay in the second set. Crucial stage of the second set. Sharon Sims requires to score. You see it there, 7-3 to Malaysia in that second set. If Sharon Sims doesn't score a shot, the second set will go to the Malaysian, and we will go to the 3-end tiebreaker. So the pressure is right on Sharon Sims to remain in the second set. Dominated so far by Yanni Azmi, as she has done so again with this bowl. She has the 3 now.
Yes, decision time for Sharon Sims. What is she going to play? Is she going to look at attack? Or is she going to try and draw at least a one shot? One shot on this end to Sharon keeps her in the game.
New Zealand selector Raylene Peters at the green side, enjoying the competition. Plays a major role now in New Zealand bowls as one of the women's selectors. That New Zealand men's and women's side named on Saturday for the Commonwealth Games, so decision time too, not only for Sharon Sims but also for Raylene Peters and fellow selectors. But at the moment our eyes and attention are on Sharon Sims. She has to score on at this end to stay in the second set. Otherwise, it's Malaysia that will take it out, and we'll go to the tiebreaker ends. Well, I like the look of this bowl from Sharon Sims, and she, oh, bad rub, nicely played, needed to get onto that bowl square, didn't do so, slid past.
She's had the opportunities of promotion of her own bowls or getting onto the shot bowls of Yarni's. Caught the edge of it, slid past.
So, Yarni Azmi of Malaysia with her last bowl on this, the 8th end, and then we'll see the last bowl from Sharon Sims. At the moment, it's you can see quite clearly one shot, could be two, definitely has one, that's all she needs. But there's a shot there down that forehand side for Sharon Sims. Any promotion of her blue bowls that you just see at the bottom of your screen, any promotion of those, and she would be in the count. But first we'll watch this bowl from the Malaysian. Slides past, so opportunity still for Sharon Sims.
Yes, opportunities for her to continue playing down the forehand. I think, well, the only thing that I think is against her is the lack of bowls that they have played down that side of the green. There have been very, very few bowls played down that side. I don't know why the players have not gone to that side. They've seemed to prefer to play the other side of the green. Sharon doesn't need to change too much. She probably had a little bit too much weight with the previous one, but if you're not there, you're not going to get a result.
Yeah, she's got a couple of chances too, hasn't she, with that weight, because she goes, at least if she's through the head, we just don't want to see it short, do we? We want to see it playing through the head, playing through the blue bowls, or landing on one of the pink bowls that are Malaysian for shot to stay in the game. Crucial bowl on this, the second end. It is Sharon Sims of New Zealand, down 7-3, has to score with this bowl to stay in the second set, or will be going to a tiebreaker on its way now from Sharon Sims.
Definitely
It's
less
always
weight.
narrow.
Yes, she tried to reduce that weight, and unfortunately for her, she just reduced it too much and really didn't even have draw weight.
So the set will go to Malaysia. We'll wait and see the score, which will finish it off. 8 ends gone. Is either 1 or 2. What will it be? We'll wait and see from our marker to give us the cue on this. 7-3. The second set will be going to Malaysia. Will it be 1 or will it be 2? Wait and see from our marker. He'll let us know very shortly. That's Anne Wright. Anne Wright will have the lollipops and she will show us. Come on, Anne, just get the lollipops out and let us know. Come on, stop teasing us. Could you please tease us? So it is two shots to Yarni Azmi. She takes out the second set by 9-3. 8-6 in the first set to Sharon Sims, 9-3 in the second set to Yarni Azmi. We go to the tiebreakers. The first tiebreaker end, and it will be the Malaysian who will deliver her bowl first. So 3 tiebreaker ends. It's not a matter of how many shots you get, but it's a matter of how close you get, Terry Scott, with this one.
Yes, one shot's enough on any end in the tiebreaker. It's the winning of the end that counts, and the first player who wins 2 of those 3 ends will win and take out the title as the world champion.
Great start from the Malaysian, right next to the jack. You just can't do better than that. Yani Azmay's put the pressure on with the first bowl. So Sharon Sims with her reply. At the moment, it is Yani Azmay with the shot. It's now Sharon Sims's opportunity to wrest that advantage away.
Second bowl from Yani Azmay. Coming towards the head, an excellent opening bowl and another great bowl, just finishing around about a metre past the jack. And that's 2 good bowls on the opening end of the tiebreaker. If there's an opportunity to get the crowd excited, it's certainly the tiebreaker.
Sharon Sims. Job to do in this first tiebreaker sudden death end. Coming towards the head nicely. Will it stop? Not quite, but it could fall back, but still not quite enough to get the shot. Still just the one to Malaysia. Remembering, it's not a matter of shots, it's just the closest bowl to the jack at the end of the tiebreaker end wins the tiebreaker end.
Sharon will be pleased with that bowl. It gives her a chance now to perhaps play with a little bit more weight to the head. She's got a good second shot. She's got a back bowl. Chances to play right to it, but Yani Azmay says, I'm going to be there as well. So now it's going to be interesting. What effect will that bowl have on the anticipated shot of Sharon Sims? I think Sharon might have to look at changing her hand. She needs to play with some weight.
Yes.
Try to get some disturbance. She's got opportunities by coming down on her backhand of bringing the jack right to the back. She's got a bowl 2.5 metres past the jack.
Sharon Sims, and this is the first tiebreaker end. One down, as you can see there on the head, the pink bowl to the right of the jack. That's the shot, that's closest. If it stays like that, she will lose the first end, Sharon Sims, and Yani Azmay will win it. So, crucial bowl from Sharon Sims, her second to last. Nicely weighted, nicely played. Now, what will she get? The bowl, gets the bowl and just runs through. That was a bad result for how she played it. So, Sharon Sims played it a superb weight, superb line. And as you can see there at home, who has got the shot? The left-hand pink bowl or the right-hand blue bowl? Whoever's got that at the moment holds the advantage in the first tiebreaker end. Bowl to come from Yani Azmay and a bowl to come from Sharon Sims. That too is in the count, if not shot itself. That is the shot.
Yes, a great bowl from Yani Azmay. Last bowl on the first end of the tiebreaker, draws the shot, puts the pressure back onto Sharon Sims.
So Sharon Sims, first end of the tiebreaker, important bowl. It's sudden death time now. You see it clearly. The shot closest to the jack, that's all that matters at the moment. Probably might even have the second one as well, the Malaysian. So Sharon Sims playing down the forehand side. She's just playing on to the pink bowls. Any movement of the jack may assist her if it goes the way of her blue bowls. It's a crucial bowl in this, the first tiebreaker end. Remember, there's 3 tiebreaker ends. Best of 3 wins, Champion of Champions 2005. It's on its way from Sharon Sims of New Zealand up against Yani Azmi of Malaysia. Looks wide to me. The line is wide, and it will be the first tiebreaker end will go to Yani Azmi. So it is 1-0.
1-0, first end of the tiebreaker. Sharon Sims has to do what she did in the semi-final. Semi-final, remember that she went into the tiebreaker as well against Celia Smith. Lost the first end and picked up the second and third end to win that match, and now she has to look for a repeat of that performance to take out this title.
Crowd enjoying the closeness of the competition here at Fendalton. 2 semi-finals have gone to tiebreakers. Now it's the final into the tiebreaker. Good conditions, plenty of excitement amongst the Malaysian contingent. And Jack delivered. Interest here, Terry, on who takes the jack or gives away the match. Would you like the last bowl?
Yes, well, throughout this game, the person who has won the previous end has taken the jack on all occasions.
What an opener from the Malaysian singles player Yani Azmi right alongside the jack. You can't do any better than that.
Second end of the tiebreaker. Yani Azmi already got one end in the bag. Looking to capitalise on that. Holds one excellent shot. Coming in with her second bowl. And across the face of the jack. It's another counter. Desperate times for Sharon Sims if she wishes to take out this title. Needs to win this end. Force the third end.
Just so much pressure here at Fendalton as Sharon Sims striving to win the second tiebreaker end to stay in contention. She did it the hard way in the semi-final against Celia Smith, and she slipped past again. With one looking to make it 2. That doesn't matter, it's getting the closest to the jack that counts. And behind the jack, of course, is the perfect result. Is it a slice of heaven or a slice of hell? It's a... Ooh, what do you think about that?
Very close, and I'm sure that Sharon will be asking the marker for some indication as to who has the shot. I favoured the pink bowl. It just, to me, looked to be the one that was close to the jack, and the marker, Anne Wright, indicates to Sharon Sims that she is one down.
Third of four. There you can see the indication clearly that it's the pink bowl that's got the shot. That's the Malaysian bowl. Playing with just a little bit of weight this time, Sharon Sims. Would need a big slide. Just gets her own two, and now she's no worse off because whoever's closest wins. But Terry, it's very difficult for Sharon Sims now.
It's getting difficult for her, certainly so, and I'm sure that we'll see Yani Azmi come back. Perhaps look at putting a bowl past the jack, past the blue bowl of Sharon Sims, because Sharon is going to have to play with some sort of weight to try and remove the shot bowl with her last.
So here it is, Yani Azmi from Malaysia has the closest shot. Now the delivery, she may be going quite easily towards one of the dots that's on the ground, the spots on the ground, because that's where the jack could be replaced to. That's what she's doing. She's going towards the back and played it pretty well too.
She'll certainly be happy with that bowl. She needed to get one past the blue bowl of Sharon Sims, the bowl that was sitting just beyond the jack. She goes back and studies the head and looks to be reasonably relaxed and says, at the moment I've got the title in the bag, one bowl to go.
So Sharon Sims of New Zealand, one bowl to go in this, the second tiebreaker end. Needs to save to win. There's Yani Azmi. There was expectation. So here we are with Sharon Sims of New Zealand. Last bowl. Just so much excitement here. She'll be on attack. Frees her arm and a hand, and then it's on its way now. Sharon Sims always narrow. It's a great victory for the Malaysian. Yani Azmi of Malaysia. She wins the Champion of Champions singles in 2005. What a marvellous performance. Look at the Malaysian support team. They are delighted. And really, she came onto a game so well in that second set, continued on in the tiebreaker, and the young 19-year-old is a champion in 2005. Terry Scott, it was the first set without a doubt, Sharon Sims, but the second set in the tiebreaker dominated by the youngster.
Yes, I think we can go right back to the end of the first set, Stu, where Yani came onto her game. She scored on those last two ends of that first set. It gave her the confidence going into that second set. She performed very, very well in that second set. Took it out 9-3, didn't have to play the last end, and going into that tiebreaker, picking up those first two ends. It was a marvellous performance, and what a huge honour for a 19-year-old to take out the world title.
Marvellous performance. She won the Commonwealth Games, Youth Games, under-18 gold medal in Australia. That was a great decision, a great effort too. And here she is, the young under 19-year-old player from Malaysia, triumphant over the very experienced Sharon Sims. 8-6, 9-3, 2-0. So we'll be looking at a young star in the making here, Yani Azmi of Malaysia, world champion of champions in 2005. Marvellous performance from Sharon Sims, 2-2, very close tiebreaker games. She got through in the semi-final, failed to do so in the final, and let's go greenside now to John Macbeth.
Well, we've had a stunning final here, and of course there is a winner and a runner-up, as they say, and it has been a marvellous performance here. I think the crowd, you've enjoyed it, haven't you? Yes, indeed. So, Yani, before the semi-final you were very nervous.
Yeah.
Congratulations now, 19 years of age. This must mean a lot to you.
Yeah.
I think it was a great game. Yeah. I don't know what to say.
You're happy, are you?
Yeah, I'm very happy. Yeah, yeah, I'm very happy. Yeah.
Very good. And that was another nail biter. It was a heartbreaker almost, wasn't it, in that tiebreaker? Tell us about your game.
Well, once again, good first set. Not so good in the second set, although Yanni really came on a game, as I know she does. She has a tendency to do that in the second set. And I just struggled a little bit for my weight, and didn't quite feel so comfortable in that second set.
I know in the semi-final when you were struggling, you said you took yourself away and said, I've got to find my rhythm again.
Yes.
And I could sense there was a lot of concentration there, even though you had to put up with Stu and Terry bellowing in your headphones there and making it noisy for you and telling you what shot to play. It was a struggle, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a battle in that second set, yes. And Yanni was just way too consistent for me.
Yeah. And 19 years of age, gosh. Do you remember what you were doing when you were 19 playing bowls?
I certainly wasn't playing bowls. Yeah, she's an enormous, huge talent, and she'll go a long way in this game.
Well, thank you very much, Sharon. Congratulations on making the final. Of course, the New Zealand fans are disappointed. But, Yanni, congratulations to you. All Malaysian bowls must be very pleased for you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
There it is then, the finalists here, Sharon Sims and Yani Azmi. And Yani Azmi of Malaysia is the 2005 champion of champion, the best in the world. Yeah, I know. You couldn't hear me say that? If you just wait around for the presentation, if you would, and it's in about three or 4 minutes. Thank you.
Yes, runner-up.
Runners-up.
No, she's going to do the
Runner-up.
below.
So do runners-up first? Yes. Runner-up first? Yeah.
And then I got and picked that up.
The little one.
Yeah, the wee one.
It's two pieces, by the way.
Yes, I've seen it the way you were.
Yeah, close.
Just to make it get a shot. That was it.
You say that to all the girls. This way. This way.
And the mean wish it was your
Taking almost as long as Judy Bailey. So, what am I working off?
You're working off.
I need these people in here.
If you can introduce them and they'll come.
Okay.
Just
Welcome back to the Fenderton Bowling Club here in Christchurch. It's been a brilliant day and we have had some marvellous bowls, 2 cliffhanger semi-finals, and now you've just seen live the final, which has been won by the outstanding young Malaysian bowler Noor Iryani Azmi, who's beaten Sharon Sims in the final. To make the presentation now, I'd like to introduce to you the President of World Bowls, Betty Collins, and also the President of New Zealand Bowls, Joy Gilson. And this is Betty coming up here now wearing this lovely World Bowls hat, and Joy. So first of all, Joy, I'd like you please to present the runners-up trophy for this Champion of Champion Bowls tournament here for 2005 to New Zealand's Sharon Sims. Thank you, Joy. Sharon Sims. With the silver fern earrings, a true New Zealander, Sharon Sims, the runner-up in the Champion of Champions Bowl Singles for 2005. And now to present the winning trophy, Betty Collins, the President of World Bowls, would like please to come forward the wonderful 2005 World Champion of Champion Bowls player from Malaysia, Noor Iryani Azmi. And now let's have a look at some of the highlights from that fantastic final played a short time ago, in which we've seen a new champion, a 19-year-old from Malaysia.
3 tiebreaker ends. It's not a matter of how many shots you get, but it's a matter of how close you get, Terry Scott, with this one.
Yes, 1 shot's enough on any end in the tiebreaker. It's the winning of the end that counts, and the first player who wins 2 of those 3 ends will win and take out the title as the World Champion.
Great start from the Malaysian, right next to the jack. You just can't do better than that. Iryani Azmi's put the pressure on with the first bowl. So Sharon Sims with her reply. At the moment, it is Iryani Azmi with the shot. It's now Sharon Sims's opportunity to wrest that advantage away.
Second bowl from Iryani Azmi. Coming towards the head, an excellent opening bowl and another great bowl, just finishing around about 1 metre past the jack. And that's 2 good bowls on the opening end of the tiebreaker. If there's an opportunity to get the crowd excited, it's certainly the tiebreaker.
Sharon Sims. Job to do in this first tiebreaker sudden death end. Coming towards the head nicely. Will it stop? Not quite, but it could fall back, but still not quite enough to get the shot. Still just the one to Malaysia. Remembering, it's not a matter of shots, it's just the closest bowl to the jack at the end of the tiebreaker end wins the tiebreaker end.
Sharon will be pleased with that bowl. It gives her a chance now to perhaps play with a little bit more weight to the head. She's got a good second shot. She's got a back bowl. Chances to play right to it, but Iryani Azmi says, I'm going to be there as well. So now it's going to be interesting. What effect will that bowl have on the anticipated shot of Sharon Sims? I think Sharon might have to look at changing her hand. She needs to play with some weight.
Yes.
Try to get some disturbance. She's got opportunities by coming down on her backhand of bringing the jack right to the back. She's got a bowl 2.5 metres past the jack.
Sharon Sims, and this the first tiebreaker end. One down, as you can see there on the head, the pink bowl to the right of the jack. That's the shot, that's closest. If it stays like that, she will lose the first end, Sharon Sims, and Yani Asmay will win it. So, crucial bowl from Sharon Sims, her second to last. Nicely weighted, nicely played. Now, what will she get? The bowl, gets the bowl and just runs through. That was a bad result for how she played it. So, Sharon Sims played it a superb weight, superb line. And as you can see there at home, who has got the shot? The left-hand pink bowl or the right-hand blue bowl? Whoever's got that at the moment holds the advantage in the first tiebreaker end. Bowl to come from Yani Asmay and a bowl to come from Sharon Sims. That too is in the count, if not shot itself. That is the shot.
Yes, a great bowl from Yani Asmay. Last bowl on the first end of the tiebreaker, draws the shot, puts the pressure back onto Sharon Sims.
So Sharon Sims, first end of the tiebreaker, important bowl. It's sudden death time now. You see it clearly. The shot closest to the jack, that's all that matters at the moment. Probably might even have the second one as well, the Malaysian. So Sharon Sims playing down the forehand side. She's just playing on to the pink bowls. Any movement of the jack may assist her if it goes the way of her blue bowls. It's a crucial bowl in this, the first tiebreaker end. Remember, there's 3 tiebreaker ends. Best of 3 wins, Champion of Champions 2005. It's on its way from Sharon Sims of New Zealand up against Yani Asmay of Malaysia. Looks wide to me. The line is wide, and it will be the first tiebreaker in will go to Yani Asmay. So it is 1-0.
1-0, first end of the tiebreaker. Sharon Sims has to do what she did in the semi-final. Semi-final, remember that she went into the tiebreaker as well against Celia Smith. Lost the first end and picked up the second and third end to win that match, and now she has to look for a repeat of that performance to take out this title.
Crowd enjoying the closeness of the competition here at Fendalton. 2 semi-finals have gone to tiebreakers. Now it's the final into the tiebreaker. Good conditions, plenty of excitement amongst the Malaysian contingent. And Jack delivered. Interest here, Terry, on who takes the jack or gives away the match. Would you like the last bowl?
Yes, well, throughout this game, the person who has won the previous end has taken the jack on all occasions.
What an opener from the Malaysian singles player, Yani Asmay, right alongside the jack. You can't do any better than that.
Second end of the tiebreaker. Yanni Asmi already got one end in the bag. Looking to capitalise on that. Holds one excellent shot. Coming in with her second bowl. And across the face of the jack. It's another counter. Desperate times for Sharon Sims if she wishes to take out this title. Needs to win this end. Force the third end.
Just so much pressure here at Fendleton as Sharon Sims striving to win the second tiebreaker end to stay in contention. She did it the hard way in the semi-final against Celia Smith, and she slipped past again. With one looking to make it two. That doesn't matter, it's getting the closest to the jack that counts. And behind the jack, of course, is the perfect result. Is it a slice of heaven or a slice of hell? It's a... Ooh, what do you think about that?
Very close, and I'm sure that Sharon will be asking the marker for some indication as to who has the shot. I favoured the pink bowl. It just, to me, looked to be the one that was close to the jack, and the marker Anne Wright indicates to Sharon Sims that she is one down.
Third of four. There you can see the indication clearly that it's the pink bowl that's got the shot. That's the Malaysian bowl. Playing with just a little bit of weight this time, Sharon Sims. Would need a big slide. Just gets her own two, and now she's no worse off because whoever's closest wins. But Terry, it's very difficult for Sharon Sims now.
It's getting difficult for her, certainly so, and I'm sure that we'll see Yanni Asmi come back. Perhaps look at putting a bowl past the jack. Past the blue bowl of Sharon Sims, because Sharon is going to have to play with some sort of weight to try and remove the shot bowl with her last.
So here it is, Yanni Asmi from Malaysia has the closest shot. Now the delivery, she may be going quite easily towards one of the dots that's on the ground, the spots on the ground, because that's where the jack could be replaced to. That's what she's doing. She's going towards the back and played it pretty well too.
She'll certainly be happy with that bowl. She needed to get one past the blue bowl of Sharon Sims, the bowl that was sitting just beyond the jack. She goes back and studies the head and looks to be reasonably relaxed and says, at the moment, I've got the title in the bag, one bowl to go.
So Sharon Sims of New Zealand, one bowl to go in this, the second tiebreaker end. Needs to save to win. There's Yanni Asmi. It was expectation. So here we are with Sharon Sims of New Zealand. Last bowl. Just so much excitement here. She'll be on attack. Frees her arm and a hand, and then it's on its way now. Sharon Sims always narrow. It's a great victory for the Malaysian. Yanni Asmi of Malaysia. She wins the Champion of Champions singles in 2005. What a marvellous performance. Look at the Malaysian support team. They are delighted. And really, she came onto a game so well in that second set, continued on in the tiebreaker, and the young 19-year-old is a champion in 2005.
Yes, a remarkable comeback by Yanni Azmi, now the world champion. And Stu, that showed remarkable fortitude, doesn't it? Mental toughness to beat a player of the calibre of Sharon Sims in such a match.
Certainly was, just aged 19, and to lose the first set, you'd think she's on the back foot. But as we saw in the semi-final, she came back so strongly and determined in that second set to make certain she's in the game with the tiebreaker, and then she really came on a game. I think she got on a bit of a roll. She played a brilliant bowl to the ditch, which I thought was outstanding. 2 shots, turned it around, and what a great future she's got.
Oh, sure. And what about her age? At 19, there'll be people watching this and saying, I thought it was an old person's sport. She's brilliant.
A 19-year-old with 4 years experience in the game. What an encouraging factor for all those young ones out there who want to play this sport now. All the ones that are in school bowls, come on now, get into this game. You can see what opportunities there are, and the success there that was had today, you can be one of those people.
So disappointment, of course, for Sharon Sims, reaching the final but not carrying on to add to her marvellous record. But we must look now at the strength of Malaysian bowls.
Yeah, it is fantastic. Siti Ahmed, she in fact is the Manchester singles gold medalist. So in Manchester they won. They did extremely well at Asia Pacific. The 19-year-old, we're going to see her on the screens at the Commonwealth Games, and she's going to anchor one of the teams there. So yeah, the men do very well. They train for about a year together collectively, so they're putting the time in and the energy, and you see quite a lot of Australia and also a bit of New Zealand influence in them, with Marlene Castle being involved early on.
Okay, well, we've got, of course, the men's semis tomorrow starting at 9 o'clock with New Zealand's Dwayne Cameron in action against the Fijian Sajjad Khan. He's been in very good form, Cameron, and in the second semi-final it's Shane Globbitts of Australia against Mark Walton of England. So we're looking forward to those 2 semi-finals. If you can get to Fendalton Bowling Club, get here, for goodness sake, they'll be fantastic. And then we're live on One Sport again tomorrow afternoon at 2:30. So 2:30 for the final of the men's. We hope you've enjoyed the coverage today. Good afternoon from One Sport.
Break it up.